I can be alone in a crowded room. I can be alone at a table for one. It's all good. Solo life doesn't have to be lonely. The beautiful beaches of Miami Beach attract visitors of all kinds. Some of them use their flippers to get here. Our beaches are a distinct nesting habitat for female sea turtles who spend almost their entire lives in the ocean, coming on land solo to nest as adults. Around 600 nests are laid on Miami beaches every year. Baby sea turtles are about the size of the average human palm that are born with an instinct that orients them to the sea. Following the moon's light, these tiny creatures can crawl toward the water to begin their lives as ocean dwellers. We can too follow the moon's light and today start living our beautiful new lives. Hello and welcome back again. It's so great to see each and every one of you. Now that I have Mushu along with the dog that my husband had, he was our dog, but he was closer to Arthur Pesto. I have to walk the dogs probably about 4 times a day, which is great for me. It gives me exercise. But it also is a reminder a lot about the fact that I am solo, I am alone, and I no longer have my husband to help me walk the dogs or to do various things. And the reason I am saying this, and it reminds me of this, that even today, he's been gone almost 2 years in November. When I walk the dogs, I never realized what an impact my husband had on the neighborhood and people in the neighborhood. When I walk Pesto, people stop me, they say, "Oh, where is that older man who used to walk Pesto?" And then I have to tell him that I am his wife. But Arthur had made so many friends in the neighborhood, young and old. He had such an extended family out there of people who knew him. He chatted with them. He fed the birds. He fed the squirrels peanuts. Everyone knew Arthur. And it sometimes makes me cry inside that I was not aware of this wonderful impact that Arthur had until 96 years old in this neighborhood. I was completely oblivious when he would take Pesto out alone. What a wonderful impact he was making on the entire neighborhood. Not only the people with dogs, that people that would be standing out waiting for an Uber, or there's an elderly woman who's still here who lives down about a block or 2 away from us, and she's always out sweeping the front of her apartment. I guess she used to stop and talk with Arthur while Arthur was feeding the birds right in front of her building. And it got me thinking today about flying solo and how different my life has become, but yet how much I miss him, but also how much I realize that it's okay to fly solo, because I am still the person that I was before I married Arthur. I'm just a little bit older and a little bit wiser. And when we got married, I never really thought what it would be like to marry an older man. And maybe in my later years in life, I would be alone. It never occurred to me at all. I just never thought about it. But now that I am flying solo, I realize how important it is to embrace who I am, and maybe to rediscover those pieces of myself that I lost while I was a couple. I want you to think about that, because I've had a little bit of time to think about that. There are pieces of myself that I put back on the back burner. Those pieces of myself that were independent, that enjoyed being alone and doing things alone when I was a young single person, those pieces I lost. Because even today, when I walk past the restaurants where Arthur and I used to go for breakfast and things that we used together, I realized how much I depended upon him for my happiness in a way. I allowed myself, and it just might be a natural thing when you're together and you're in love and you spend 40 years together, it's probably a natural thing that you kind of blend your personality together and you do become one. And aging is hard enough. But when you are aging and you also experience a loss, that's kind of a double whammy for most of us. It is so important that we realize that it's okay, that we still have all of those things that we have developed and we developed before we were married, plus all the wonderful things that we have developed as a couple. We can take those memories, we can take those experiences and still keep them, but blend them so that it makes you a stronger solo person in life. We still have dreams, we still have a purpose for living, and my greatest joy is waking up in the morning and knowing and expressing gratitude that I am still here to carry on, maybe to carry on our joint dreams, even though it's a solo flight now, a solo flight loving our children, a solo flight going through my day, a solo flight hugging my grandchildren. It's just different, but it doesn't mean it has to stop. Nothing in life is accidental. I really, truly believe that. We are here to carry on. We are here to use all the memories and experiences that we have built up with our partner to carry on in life, and to never ourselves to stop growing while we are here. Life is beautiful. Whether you are solo, whether you are a couple, no matter what your circumstances are today, life can be beautiful if you take at least one little speck of happiness, one little beautiful thing in your life. And we all have that one beautiful thing if we try to find it. It's there. Every morning that you wake up, there is one beautiful thing that makes you appreciate your life and makes you appreciate putting your feet on the floor and moving forward. So it's okay to fly solo. You're going to be fine. I am fine. And maybe it took me a little bit longer than most people to really, really understand that. But now I know I am still me, and I've added a lot of things and a lot of adventures that I had with my husband, but those are not gone. They're still here, and they're still here in my heart. It's okay to fly solo because we still have a purpose and we still have dreams to be yet fulfilled. Today, start living with me your new, beautiful life. Thank you for being here today. And please know that you should do something wonderful for yourself today and spread the joy and kindness in this world, because heaven knows we really, really need it, especially in these times today. And if you are widowed, a widower, if you're alone and you're flying solo, please know that it's going to be okay and that you're not alone, because you are truly, truly loved. Take care, and I will see you again in my next video.